Today, we are ranking every purchase I've made in 2024. Hey loves, what is up? Thanks for joining me today. My name is Lauren, if you didn't know, and today we are ranking every product I have bought in the year 2024. I broke everything into 6 categories. We are probably not going to be spending longer than like 2 to 3 minutes on each product. I have a lot to get through because I bought a lot. And we're only halfway through the year. I figured this was a good time to, reflect on past purchases, my decision making, my poor judgment, my frivolous spending, just to get a reality check. But I do think the majority of the stuff I purchased here, I actually enjoy and like and can use in some capacity. There are things that I completely returned to the store already. I did do a video for that separately. I will link it in the cards up above here. I don't want to drag this intro too long, but we are ranking every product I have tried in 2024. So let's get into it. For the rankings, we have 6 categories from top, like the best of the best, to the bottom. Repurchase / Holy Grail. I think this category speaks for itself. If I ran out of a product and I immediately go repurchase it, that means I love that product a lot, okay? I don't want it not to be in my life. Okay, like it's something that I will always repurchase over and over and over again. I don't want to not have this product in my collection. Holy Grail. Now the second category is love it. This is really high. Think of it like products that like fall into like an A+. I absolutely adore these products. If I was to run out, I would probably replace it and buy it again. I would consider this a perfect product. Like it hits all the marks, the packaging, the performance. I love everything about this product and I would recommend it 100%. No notes, like you did good. You did real good. The next category is good, and good is just as it sounds, good. These products are good. If you bought it, I don't think you would be mad at it. If you bought it at full price, I don't think you would be mad at it. I think it's worth checking out and worth a look. I like it a lot, but I don't love it. Like I love the ones in the love it category. This is just like a step below it. So they're good. I would recommend them. They work well. They're just not my absolute favorite. Like I'm not like, super excited to like use it. Everything in the love it category, I get super excited to see it and use it. Everything in the good category, I get somewhat excited. just a little less stale, but it's still a good product. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just good. It's reliable. It's sturdy. She's good. Meh, buy it on sale. This category is kind of like encompassing 2 things. So I think it's a good product. And if I think it's a good product, but I don't think you should necessarily pay full price for it, buy it on sale. That's basically where this category comes into. It's a very specific type product and it may or may not work for everybody, including myself. Like I see it in my collection, like I have to finesse it a little bit or like, make it work. I still like it. It's still a decent product, but it's like, it requires a little extra effort. And I feel like buying certain things on sale like helps, ease the pain of after you spent your money on something, especially something that you have to like finesse. To me, it's just okay. And if I was to recommend it, I would say buy it on sale. Then the last category, this is the worst. This is the worst category to be in, and it's just not a fan. This did not meet my expectations. It did not work out for me. I do not like this product. I'm just not a big fan of it, and it will most likely get decluttered out of my collection. And then we have our last category, which isn't really ranking. It's just I haven't used it yet. Some of these products I bought during the Sephora sale, and I tend to buy a lot of my makeup in bulk. generally speaking, if I buy multiples of the same type of product, like if I buy multiple bronzers, for example, if I bought 3 bronzers and the first bronzer I try is really good, I'll get stuck on that first bronzer for weeks. Literally, like you would have to like pry it out of my cold dead hands the way I be acting, and completely forget about the other 2. So that's a me problem. And I think this category just is more so to hold me personally accountable for, like, you know, don't overbuy, learn. I think this category is more like just to hold me accountable. Like, I buy a lot of stuff and I want to make sure I use the stuff. But yeah, I have the tendency to do that a lot. Like, I'll buy multiples of a certain type of product and forget to use the other ones, especially if the first one I try is really, really good. Like, if the first one I try ends up being something I love, like loved it, it's very hard for me to remember like the other 2 that I was also supposed to try that I bought. So stuff just gets lost in the sauce. Other products in this category are things that I'm just waiting to get rid of. Another product so I can open that one and try the newer version of it. I will say, please note, this is just my personal opinion. If you love any of these products and I end up hating it or, you know, trashing it, that's okay. We're all allowed different opinions. What works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. We all have different skin types, different makeup preferences, etc., etc. What you like, I may hate, and vice versa. So please, please, please be respectful in the comments. Don't get your, you know, panties in a bunch. Calm your tits. But yeah, keep it cute, keep it respectful. This is just like, you know, my personal experience with these products and how I feel about them. So let's get started. Something I haven't used because, like, let's just see what I bought and haven't used yet. This e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I just bought this 2 weeks ago from Target, and the reason I haven't used it and it's not even open is because I'm just waiting to run out of this little bit of Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury before I open this. Like, I want to make sure I use this before I open this. Next up, we have the LYS Higher Standard Cream Glow Blush Stick. I have it in the shade Curvy. The only thing I've done with this is swatched it. I have bought a lot of blushes within the past like several months and it's ridiculous. This is a really pretty shade. That's what it looks like. Very pigmented, really pretty. It looks like something I would like, that's why I bought it. But I just haven't used it on the face yet. It's one of those products that got lost in the sauce. And I bought this during the Sephora VIB sale, but I can see myself trying this for sure in the very near immediate future. Next we have the Inkey-less Brightening Eye Cream. I like trying eye creams. I haven't found an eye cream that I absolutely love. I bought this one during the Sephora sale. Again, it's one of those situations where I'm waiting for the original to run out. So I have been using this one. This one is actually almost out. I don't know if you can see it, but like I'm squeezing the tube just to get like the last remnants of this out. So once this one runs out by Caudalie, I'll open this one and start using it. Another product where I'm waiting for another product to run out. This is from Refi. This is the Brow Sculpt. Nope. I'm waiting for this one. This is the current brow hold I use. It's by Sarat. It has a really nice funky brush that I like. I've actually bought this product multiple times. I actually have a backup of it sitting in my makeup drawers. But yeah, I'm waiting for this to run out before I open this one and try it. Next up, this was a free gift with purchase. I did not buy this. It came with a purchase from Pat McGrath. And this is the Blush and Cherish. I will probably declutter this and give it away because it's completely untouched, unused, and I did not ask for it. This isn't a color, a pinky color I would personally go for my skin tone or cheeks. So I can definitely see myself decluttering it, but I haven't used it because it was a free gift with purchase and it's not a color that I like. I do like the Pat McGrath blush formula. It's really, really, really good. I have several blushes from her and colors and tones that I like, but I'm just not a big fan of these like bubblegum pink colors on me. So if you're interested in Pat McGrath blushes, 100% recommend. I just don't like this color. This is the Say Dew Bronze in the shade Stinson. I bought this during the Sephora sale. Haven't used it yet. I've been trying a lot of bronzers and this one got lost in the sauce. I do see myself using it in the immediate future. I'm more of a powder bronze girl, realistically speaking. I just prefer powder bronzer over liquid ones. Not saying I'm completely against them. My favorite cream, I guess, bronzer of all time would be the Fenty Matchstick one. I think I used the shade Espresso. I just haven't used this because I've been trying so many other bronzers in my collection, and I bought so many different bronzers, and there's a bronzer in this video that I'm going to show you later that I absolutely love. And it's been hard for me to just even put it down. So this has been getting a little neglected, but again, I will hopefully use this in the very near immediate future just to see how I feel about it, but haven't used it yet. Next up, we have the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Blush in the shade Virtue. This is the second one of these I own. I bought one when they originally released. I have it in the shade Joy. This is really pretty. I haven't done anything besides swatch it. I haven't used it on the face, but that's what that looks like. Very pretty. Just haven't used it yet. I bought the mini because, like, if you know anything about the Rare Beauty blushes, they're very pigmented and a little goes a long way. The regular size is like about this big, so twice the size of this, and it'll last you forever. So I figured I'd just get a mini version because, like, it's gonna take me forever to go through the big size Joy that I own. So I was like, let me just get a mini one. I do like this blush formula. It's very pretty. They do have different formulations within their blush line. Like, they have more like a matte version that dries down, and they have more of like a dew version that doesn't dry down. I think this one is a dew, right? Doesn't say on the box, but I do think this one is a dew version. I have been trying a lot of blushes and I just haven't gotten around to using that one yet. I found it in Nordstrom and I just picked it up on a whim. This was the Dior Forever Natural Bronze Glow. This was the medium peachy. Oh, the plastic thing just fell out. This was in the medium peachy shade and it looks really pretty, but I've only had this for like 2 weeks. This is more of a recent purchase, so I don't feel so bad about like not using it yet because I literally just bought it just a few weeks ago. This I bought just this past week. I got it on Tuesday the 2nd. It's now the 7th. This is the Chanel Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. I got it in the darkest shade. This is the deepest one and it doesn't look that deep. So they could definitely do with a deeper option. So I just got this literally a few days ago. Haven't used it yet. That's everything in the I bought, but I haven't used it yet. So there's a few things from the Sephora VIB sale that I bought that I haven't used yet. 5. Just these 5 things. So these have been sitting here for a few months, so I think I'm gonna prioritize them a little bit more or faster, with the exception of these 2, because like I said, I'm just waiting for the actual product that I've been using to run out. This used to be a lot worse. But I think I set up like a system on my vanity area which puts it in front of my face to remind me to use them. So I think it's working. I feel content with that. That this is all that's in, you know, the haven't used yet category. Now let's get into like products I would actually like rank in my little tiers, from holy grails to not a fan. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first product that's staring me dead in the face is this Low Lighter by Demnessa Myricks. This is the shade Low Key. I've tried this in a few videos already. I'm gonna keep this very short. I'm not a fan. It's just okay. If you're into like a subtle highlight and glow, you'll probably like this. But me personally, I am not into that. So this is what it looks like. This is the shade Low Key. It's a peachy shade. It's supposed to give like a subtle highlight and blur and diffuse the skin. If you're like in an office setting and you don't want your highlight to be too loud or in anybody's face, I find this to be very work appropriate, very appropriate for that type of situation. I like my highlighters, however, to compete with the sun. Like, I want to turn my face and cut a bitch. Or to be very glass-like, like very shiny and glass-like sheen. Those are the type of highlighters I personally like if I'm gonna bother to put on highlighter. So it's gotta give a glass-like sheen, or it's gotta be so blinding that I compete with the sun. This does neither. I do see a purpose or place for this, but I'm just not the biggest fan. I knew what I was getting into because it says on the box, low lighter. But I just wanted to try something different because I've never really seen a highlighter product like this before, and it was worth a try. But yeah, not a fan. This Huda Beauty color corrector. My under eyes are very dramatic. They need a lot of help and attention. I have mine in the shade Mango. Not a fan. This is very thick. The amount of product that comes out of this is an aggressive amount, and everybody knows with color correctors specifically, you do not need a lot. You want like a nice thin layer of this to cover the discoloration. But because of the creaminess of it, it's a little too thick and it takes forever to dry down before you can blend it. Take longer to do your makeup and it delays the whole process. As far as color correcting, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I notice it doesn't always stick. My under eyes are specifically special and need a lot of help. Product doesn't always stick under there, and I have like, you know, my techniques to make like, you know, stuff work, but sometimes it doesn't, you know, hide the sallowness or greenness, because some days my bags are worse than others, and this doesn't always hide it. So yeah, just wasn't a fan of this. I'm just gonna use it up until like it's time to get rid of it, but wasn't a fan, and I probably wouldn't repurchase, and I wouldn't recommend it. Dior Glow Lip Balm, not a fan. This is in the shade Poppy Coral. For lip balm, it's the least nourishing lip balm I have ever come across. Once you apply it, it feels fine, but like 15 to 30 minutes later, your lips will feel dehydrated and you will need to reapply this again. Most lip balms I own, I don't feel the need to constantly reapply like that, even after they fade away. The packaging is A1. The packaging is really pretty. As far as like the actual product itself inside here, lip balm, it's the worst lip balm I've ever tried. Like I said, after 15 to 30 minutes, like your lips will feel dehydrated, like you didn't just put anything on them, and you will be reapplying this constantly. Where I have other lip balms in my collection where I only feel the need to apply maybe once a day, every 3 hours. Like that seems more normal, right? Not every 15 to 30 minutes. But yeah, I do not recommend this, not a fan. And the last thing that is in not a fan is the Natasha Denona Golden Palette. This is nothing but a palette full of transition shades for me. Due to my skin tone, most of the mattes and the browns in here will appear very close or similar to my skin tone. So there's very little variation or depth that I can get out of this palette. Despite like all these variations and shimmers in here, you would think like you would get like a bronzy gold or a yellow gold or like a rose gold. Nope, they're all yellow gold. Every single shimmer shade in this palette shows up as a yellow gold on my eyelids, so all my looks for the most part look the same. Like the quality in here is good. The mattes blend easy. They last all day on the eyes. Like I don't really have like a complaint as far as like the quality of this product. My complaint is more so in the tones and the color story in here. It's very one note. It's a little too flat for my skin tone and complexion. And like I said, this is nothing more than like a palette of transition shades for me. And if I want to make a gold eye look, yellow gold eye look, not even like any other type of gold eye look, just a yellow gold eye look, and the shade sucks, or that shade sucks. But yeah, wasn't a fan. This is the first Natasha Denona palette I bought that I do not like, and I bought quite a few of her palettes, so this was disappointing. I was really excited about this, but I am not a fan. Buy it on sale. Now please note that some of these products in this category doesn't mean it's necessarily bad, even though it's just like a tier above not a fan. It doesn't necessarily mean they're bad, like the quality is bad. It's just I think you would probably appreciate it or enjoy it more if it's on sale. Or it may just have one thing that may be wrong with it that like has me like, okay, I can only really recommend this on sale. It's good quality minus this one thing. We have the Mini Couture Clutch by YSL. I love this. Unfortunately, it's not making it into the love it category, and you could probably guess why. I recently did a video, a get ready with me, featuring this palette. The satins and matte shades in here worked well. I like all three of these shades. The only shade that doesn't work well is this one shimmer shade up here. I am not a fan of this shimmer shade. I actually like this a lot, minus that one shimmer shade. If it wasn't for the one shimmer shade that's basically taking away like 25% of the palette, that's why this goes in the buy it on sale. But it's a good quality, minus that one shade. But I don't know if all of the quads have that similar like formula as far as the shimmers go. It's very crumbly, it's very flaky, it doesn't adhere or stick to the lid by itself. You definitely need to use it with some type of like glitter glue or mixing medium to get it to like adhere, which is an extra step that not everybody is willing to take, myself included. Like I don't like to have to force things all the time, or spend the extra time to getting something to work. So that's why this goes on buy it on sale. The next buy it on sale is the shade Daddy. This is the Patrick Ta highlighter. I hate this name. This is a buy it on sale just because like it's been getting a lot of mixed reviews. Certain shades work better than others, so it depends on the shade you pick up. But I've got this to work. I like it. It's good. I can make it work. And the highlight I get from it is the type of highlight I like. It gives me a very glass skin type highlight. But because it's so fussy and it is a learning curve with it, I highly recommend you buy this on sale. And again, it's one of those situations where you gotta know you're gonna use both the products in here, because half of the value is in the cream and the other half is in the powder. You may or may not be disappointed in it if you get it, but like, buying it on sale definitely helps ease the pain. Please note, I do not like to give skincare advice on the internet because everybody's skin type is different and unique. My number one skincare advice is go see a dermatologist. But I don't mind like sharing sunscreen recommendations on the internet because everybody should be using a sunscreen. Everybody, all times of the year, okay? Wear your sunscreen. Got this from Target. This is the Naturium Dew Glow Moisturizer with SPF 50 invisible sunscreen. I will give it that it is invisible. It does not leave a cast on your face. The only thing I don't like about it is how thick it is. Like, this is thick. The Fenty sunscreen that I like a lot, it's thinner in consistency and it leaves my skin with a very nice, healthy, radiant glow. This is super thick and it doesn't leave my skin with a glow. My skin actually looks pretty normal. It doesn't look dewy, it doesn't look overly hydrated, it just looks normal after I put this on. I have dry skin, by the way. I was hoping it would give the same effect as the Fenty one, but it does not. Where the Fenty one leaves me with like this nice luminous glow, like glass skin, and this one just leaves me looking normal. And I find that odd because it's so freaking thick. I'm surprised I haven't broken out from this yet. I've used it a few times. I haven't used it with makeup. I'm scared to use it with makeup because it's so damn thick. I've been using it on the days I haven't been wearing makeup and it works fine. I really only like two sunscreens. It's that one from Fenty and another one from Eucerin. I want to find something that's comparable to the Fenty, but somewhat cheaper because Fenty I think it's like $30 something. This was like 20-ish. Yeah, but I would recommend this, but buy it on sale. I will say it is black girl friendly because like I said, it does completely disappear into the skin and it does not leave a weird white cast. I just don't like how thick it is, and you would think for how thick it is, it would be more moisturizing and would leave my skin like nice, dewy and glowy. No, it just left my skin looking normal. Next we have the One Size On Sale Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. I bought this with a very specific purpose in mind. I bought this during the Sephora sale. I have used it a few times. It definitely does mattify whatever makeup look you got going on. So if you're using a lot of dewy and glowy products and you want to tone it down, this will definitely tone it down. But I bought it mainly because I like to wear sunglasses. I wear sunglasses a lot. As a makeup wearer, you know, they leave those little nose marks, and I was hoping like this would like cement my makeup. It's toting and advertising that it will cement your makeup into place, and it kind of does. I think because of the consistency of this and like the way you apply it, I don't always get the most even application. I have worn this to the pool where I actually jumped in the pool. It held pretty well that day, but as far as like the main purpose I bought it for, which was like, you know, to prevent, you know, the sunglass marks on my nose, it doesn't do it for me. And as somebody who has dry skin, I would definitely say this is a product you could really only use during the summer now, these months. So I've been primarily using it during the summer, but like I said, it didn't do the sunglass thing that I wanted it to do. So back to old techniques as far as that is concerned, but yeah, it's okay. Next we have the Fenty Beauty Fresh Peach Blush Lighter. This was a blush and highlight thing in one. This is what the outer packaging looks like, very pretty outer packaging, and this is what the inside looks like. Now on me, I can get away with using this as a very light blush. Unfortunately, it does have a very strong gold shift in it. Depending on how the light hits my cheek, it can either look very peachy or it can look really gold. And because of that shift, I literally can only really use it like back here or like in this area, like further up closer to where I would naturally put a highlight because of that gold shift. The gold shift is very intense on this, and that's what docks points off of it for me. I do have like blush lighters in my collection that literally just stay one tone. They're not doing like this duochrome thing going on. I like this. This is a good product, but just buy it on sale. And again, I have to be very careful where I place it on my face. It has to like literally just live in this area up here. If I bring it down too far, my cheeks, the apples of my cheek will look gold. Another buy it on sale item. This is the Luminous Silk Cheek Tint from Armani. I have mine in the shade 31, which is like a peachy color. This is really pretty. I like this blush. It works. It's more pigmented than I anticipated. It's buildable. The problem is it has the same exact finish when it dries down it's not luminous at all. On my skin, it dries down to a matte finish, and it's the same exact finish that they have in the Luminous Silk Blush. So, which makes me wonder, like, why would you even bother with this when you could just buy the blush, which is in powder form, which one will A, last longer, and B, does the same thing. I expected to have more luminosity on my cheeks. I expected this to give me like a dewy glow, and it does not. Me putting this in the buy it on sale category is hilarious because Chanel never goes on sale. This was from their limited edition winter collection that released like in January, I believe. I got 2 shades. This one is in the shade Rose Polaire. I don't know why I picked this up. It's a bubblegum pink. I'm not the biggest pink person, so like I really don't know why I picked this up. This is why this is in the buy it on sale category, because like it's just mad to me. It does look pretty on my face. That's what it looks like. Again, a bubblegum pink. Not my favorite type of pink to wear. Just a little too cool and bubblegum for me. It does make me look cold though. So I mean, it was a part of the winter collection, but it's just not my favorite tone of blush. So that's why this is in the meh buy it on sale. There's nothing wrong with the quality of this blush. It works very well. Blends nicely onto the skin. It's just I don't like this color on me. We have another Chanel product. This is the oversized illuminating face powder in Precious Coral. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this powder. It's just the tone of it is a little too close to my skin tone. So as far as a highlighter goes, again, I like highlighters that are either blinding or glass skin like, and this is way too close to my skin tone. It's like a peachy shade, as you can see. And it's way too close to my skin tone to actually show up as a blinding highlight. It kind of shows up like the Danessa Myricks low light on my skin tone, which I'm not a fan of because like I said, I like blinding highlighters. But this was the Chanel Symbols collection. They came out with this at the end of 2023. They had like 5 different motifs you could pick from. The chain, the comet, a lion, a CC logo. Like they had different motifs you could pick from, and you can also pick the corresponding shade you wanted to go into the compact. I like that concept. It was a really cool idea. It's just very soft, and I like a bright blinding highlighter. So this unfortunately didn't work out too well for me, but if I was to recommend it, I would say buy it on sale. But again, Chanel doesn't go on sale. Reminds me of the Yummy Skin highlighter. I think I ranked this a little higher just because like I like the packaging and the concept behind it. I actually enjoy looking at this in my collection, but unfortunately due to the shade of it, it doesn't give me the type of highlighted effect I personally like and enjoy. Next we have the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Bronzing and Shaping Serum. I have mine in the shade medium. I have done 2 videos on this. I have not much to say else about it besides buy it on sale at this point. I can't use the sculpt part of this product because of the shade I got it in, but how I've been using it primarily is as an all over face base, as like a primer, as well as a soft highlight, a natural highlight. It gives like a nice glass skin effect if I put this over top of my makeup. But yeah, this is definitely a buy it on sale because as a person with a deeper complexion, and I feel like people deeper than me, you could really only get away with using it as the all over face part, not really the sculpt part. You have to jump 2 shades down. I had to jump 2 shades down from medium to actually get it to sculpt. I do like the effect it leaves on the skin. It gives like a very nice glass-like, glowy, healthy. It kind of reminds me of how my Fenty sunscreen leaves my face after I put this on. Just looking nice, hydrated, dewy, glass-like. But yeah, this is definitely a buy it on sale. The Armani Lip Glass. I think this is supposed to be lip gloss or lip oil. I can't remember. This is definitely a buy it on sale. I'm not a fan of the packaging. It's very chunky and it takes up a lot of space. I don't know why the cap has to be so damn big. For reference, this is the Dior Lip Glow Oil. Like the cap is damn near the size of the lip glow oil. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the packaging of it. It's just okay. It's not wowing my sockets off. It's not doing anything extraordinary. I got the deepest shade Cherry, and it doesn't even leave any type of color or tint to my lips. Stickier than the Dior Lip Glow Oil, so it can get caught in your hair. Just be aware of that. But yeah, it's just okay. It's mediocre, and I think the packaging is like making me like not like it as much. But yeah, buy it on sale. It's just okay. Okay, next up we have these brushes. Definitely buy them on sale. The Sephora collection goes on sale often, and they always have a sale for like 30% off. So definitely the Sephora collection brushes are actually pretty decent as far as synthetic brushes go. I bought this brush in particular. This is the number 70 to find a replacement for this brush or like something equivalent to it. This brush is also a Sephora collection brush. This was actually a gift to me. Somebody gifted me a brush set a few Christmases ago. This was the most used brush out of that set. I love this brush. I like it for foundation. I like it for blush. I like it for cream bronzer. I like it for any type of cream products, basically. And it's the perfect like density. It's dense, but it's not as dense as this. This is denser, the number 70, but it's not comparable to me anyway. I use them for the same functions, but I still like this brush better, so it didn't replace it like I thought it would. But it's an okay brush. Buy it on sale. Again, this is a smaller version of this brush, and again, buy it on sale. I like using this for cream products, especially cream highlighter. It's small enough to like sit right there on my cheekbones. But again, buy it on sale. This is the number 78 Pro contouring brush, so it's like the mini version of this. It's a good brush, nice synthetic brush. It's just a little too dense. It's not as like, you see how that moves like so much nicer, and this one is just like really stiff. Like it barely wants to move. Like it's a lot of tug and resistance with that. I don't know why they don't sell this as an individual thing. You can only buy it in a set, but yeah, buy them on sale. Another brush I also bought during the Sephora sale was the Rare Beauty. This is a concealer brush. I've been using this brush nonstop, but again, it's a brush. Buy it on sale. I don't think you should pay full price for synthetic brushes personally. Just buy them on sale. I was trying to like find something comparable to like the Pat McGrath concealer brushes, because I do love these brushes a lot. I will say the Pat McGrath is softer and it's not as densely packed as the Rare Beauty. Like this is dense. Like this feels tough on the face. This feels softer. This is supposed to mimic a fingertip though. This is too, but this is a little, somebody's fingers has calluses on them or something. It's a little harder. It's denser, but I've been using this nonstop since I got it. It works decent. It fits under the eye very nicely, and it covers a wider area than the Pat McGrath one. But again, I don't think you should pay full price for synthetic brushes ever. It's always going to be buy on sale for synthetic brushes, but this is a good brush. Pat McGrath, this came out with her Love Valentine's Day collection. I ended up buying these because I decluttered a lot of lip products and I got rid of a lot of lip colors. This color though is buy it on sale because I thought it would be more of a nude color. It comes off more as a red on my complexion, so that's what it looks like. It's not the nude color I thought it would be. Pat McGrath makes a good lipstick formula though, so if you were ever interested in her lipstick formula, I always recommend them, especially her matte trance. They're comfortable on the lips. They are matte. They're not like transfer resistant or anything, but it's a good quality formula. But again, buy it on sale. I'm not a big fan of this color. I was just trying to replace some of the lipsticks I had thrown out. I'm not the biggest lipstick wearer, but if I wanted the option to wear lipstick, I wanted at least like 2 nudes in my collection. But again, I thought this would be a slightly lighter color, but it's more like a brick red. This is another matte trance lipstick that came out in that Pat McGrath Valentine's Day collection. This one is more of the nude color I was looking for. This is in the shade Honey Haze. It's a little more pinky than I would like though, but again, Pat McGrath makes a good solid lipstick formula. I just recommend you buy it on sale. The Dior Rosy Glow Blush. It's a good product, but for the amount of product you get for the price, this is definitely a buy it on sale item. I did do a whole video on this, so if you want to see any more like information about it, check that video out. The Armani Beauty Luminous Silk Blush. Despite how light this looks in the pan, it is quite pigmented. I got mine in the shade 30, which is like a peachy color. That's what that looks like. It's really pretty. It's very buildable. I did a whole video on it if you want to see it live in action there, but I would consider this good. It's the same formula as the liquid one, but I like this better, mainly because it has a longer shelf life, and it's not as gaslighty as the liquid version, because this is a powder and I expect it to look like a powder on my face, and it looks like a powder on my face. But yeah, this is a good product. I like this. It blurs the skin, it smooths the skin, it just looks nice, and it's pigmented. It's more pigmented than it appears on the back of my hand. Great blush. This is the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush, and She's the Moment. This is one of his newer shades he released. I like this. This is good. As far as like, you know, whether you would actually use both the cream and powder products in here, that's up to you, but I do love his blushes. This is my 3rd one that's in this dual format that I own by him, and I like this blush a lot. I do like this, you know, formulation. It's easy to work with. It's very pigmented. It works for a wide variety of skin tones. It's a good product. This Pat McGrath's eyeshadow quad Daring Desire. This was her Valentine's Day collection that she released this year. I absolutely love the packaging for this. This blue with the red is beautiful. It's also on the eyeshadow palette itself. You open up, you have a mirror, you get this purple eyeshadow quad. Now the problem with this quad was she had released a few months before for her holiday collections 9 pans with 2 blushes in them, and she released like a light version and a dark version. The dark version had like these same exact shades in here, and the light version had like a bunch of greens in there. So the dark one was more purple leaning and the light one was more green leaning. I bought only one of those. I bought the lighter one with the green shades in it, and I passed on the purple one because like I was like, I don't really wear purple eyeshadow like that, so I'm not gonna buy the 9 pan with the 2 blushes that I'm not gonna use. But I will, like, you know, reach for a smaller purple palette like this when I do want, you know, a purple palette. Pat McGrath's eyeshadow quality is always good. There's absolutely nothing wrong with any of the quality of any of the shades that I tried in here. This is a great palette. Is it repetitive and redundant within her own line? Yes, but my favorite shade in here is actually this reddish shade down here in the corner. But yeah, this is good. This is good. If you want anything Pat McGrath as far as her eyeshadow quality is concerned, she will never fail you. She will always do good. And it's quite versatile, despite it only being 4 shades. But for a purple palette, this is good. The Eavesdrop Fenty Tint Stick. It reminds me more of a foundation than it does a skin tint, but it is a light coverage, which I do like lighter coverage at times. If you was to ask me about it and ask my thoughts about it, I would say it's good. It's worth checking out. It's not bad. It's not doing anything like groundbreaking or like making me like, oh my god. It's not replacing my favorite foundation of all time, which currently is the Pat McGrath. But this is good. Like if somebody was like, how you feel about it? I would say this is good. It's worth a look. I actually like this a lot. I struggle between putting this in good and love it, but I think it's just good. I like how glassy it makes your lips. I love everything about this gloss. It just looks so nice and luxe. Love the packaging. Like the packaging is perfect. So this is a good product. I have nothing bad to say about it. I like it. If somebody was to ask me how would I feel about it, I was like, this is good. It's worth you checking out. So you want to like a little dash of luxury treat yourself type moment, just definitely like fills that void. This is the Fenty Demi Glow highlighters. I love these. They are the type of highlighters I like. They are beaming to the sun. So the description of them says they're supposed to be like a soft highlight effect. There's nothing soft about these. These are beaming. They are supposed to be limited edition. I think that's why I put them in the good category, because I don't know how permanent these are, but these are really good if you like a blinding highlight. Another good highlighter is the Natasha Denona Golden Highlighter Trio. This came with 3 shades, and I was surprised that all 3 shades actually worked on me. I thought this lightest one wouldn't work, but it does work. I don't know how deep it can go, but the fact that I can get utility out of the entire palette is good. Again, this is one of those highlights that's blinding. If you're gonna turn your face and smack a bitch with your highlight, this will do it. And I like the 3 colors. I will say this bronzy shade is a little tricky because it can be a smidge too deep depending on your placement of it. I like to place it a little lower and mix it with my bronzer. This is good. The next product is one by House Labs, which is a blush in Fire Moon. I love this blush, okay? This is like the perfect nude blush, especially if you're around my skin tone. If you want like a nice neutral peachy blush that adds just a hint of color, this is perfect. I absolutely love this blush. Unfortunately, it's been sold out for a while on Sephora, and I get why, because like this color is everything. If I was to run out of this, I think I would buy another one. Blends into the skin, smooth, buildable too. You can build this up. I personally like to wear it like a neutral nude type blush. So I don't build it up too much when I do put this on, but this is like a nice, perfect beige color, especially for darker skin. It's hard to find like nude tone blushes for darker skin. This is a nice, neutral, nude, everyday blush shade. Love this. This is House Labs Fire Moon. 10 out of 10. Love. Love it. Love it. Love it. Chanel Le Beige Winter Collection. This is the blush. Now, unlike the pink blush that I don't care for the color and tone of, this one I love. This is a love it. It's a coral. I'm so predictable. I like my orange, peachy, beigey coral blushes. I love this blush. I've been using this blush nonstop. I will say the one thing I noticed about Chanel, they release the same color blushes year after year. They just release them in different packaging with different, you know, designs. If you already own a coral blush from Chanel, you probably own all the coral blushes you will ever need until, you know, you hit pan on it and then you need a new one. But buy one in the tone or color that you like. They come out with the same shades every damn year, just in different packaging with a different, you know, design on it. pick one. But yeah, I love this blush. This actually made it into love it category, unlike it's the pink one that like made it into the buy it on sale. This 10 out of 10 recommend. Love this blush. Love it, love it, love it. Another Chanel. Okay. This is the Lumiere de l'Ocean. I don't speak French. But this is a highlighter. I love this highlighter. Okay, remember when I said like my two favorite highlighters are like ones that's beaming and then the other one that gives like a glass skin. This gives glass skin, but it has a translucent base. But it has a duochrome shift in it that goes from pink to purple. I'm gonna try to like cover my face. It's so pretty. I love this highlighter. It gives glass skin, but because it has like those glitter particles in there that's like shifts from like blue to pink, it's so fucking pretty. Like I can't describe this besides like it does have a duochrome shift in it from blue to purple to pink, and it gives glass skin effect, especially once you like spray this down. I know this looks really glittery in the swatch, but on the skin it actually melts into it very beautifully, and it just gives you just like this nice glass skin effect with a duochrome shift. It doesn't just give me that glass skin, it because of the duochrome shift it gives like a little something extra, a little something more special. If it just gave the glass skin effect, I would still love this, but I think because it gives that duochrome shift to it, it makes me love it even more. If something bad was to happen to this, I would be a little upset. I would be a lot of upset. Another love, okay. This is the Pat McGrath Love Collection that came out for Valentine's Day. This was Nude Opal, and it is a glass skin type highlighter effect. Another one. This is what she looks like. She's so pretty. It has a little cherub in there, the naked little baby with the crown. It's a pretty highlighter. That's what it looks like on the skin. If you put this on the face, it gives you a very glass skin like, it's a nude. It does melt in to be like more of a nudish color, but it gives like a glass skin type highlighter with a hint of like blindiness. I love this highlighter. It gives like a nice glass like highlighter. Love it, love it, love it. This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Oil. So they came out with a lip oil. I have mine in the shade Frosted Buns. I love this lip oil. They're all very sheer. I did do a whole dedicated video on it. It is limited edition, so if you like this lip oil formula, I would say grab one. You really only need one. Pick one color. They're all sheer. But yeah, I love this lip oil. Fenty Beauty knows how to do lip products. I did do a video on this, so if you want to see this in like action, check that video out. But yeah, love this lip oil. 10 out of 10 would recommend. It's one of my favorite lip products that came out this year. Another lip product that came out this year that I love, this is the YSL Candy Glow Lip Balm. I got mine in the darkest shade, which is like a brown. And despite it being brown, it's one of those pH balancing lip balms, so it's going to turn to some shade of pink appropriate for your skin tone. I will say it always gives a my lips but better effect. The only complaint I have about it is like mine is soft and it's moved a little bit, so the back of mine is being scraped up. The back of my bullet is getting scraped up by the component it's in. It's also really soft. I would be afraid to leave this like in a car or somewhere like that, but as long as you're not like leaving it anywhere it could possibly melt, I think you're good. I actually really love this lip balm. I've worn it overnight to bed, woke up and it was still on my lips and my lips were still hydrated. I love the packaging of it. I love the perfect my lips but better effect it gives my lips. It literally gives my lips the perfect shade of pink. I would repurchase this again. I can definitely see this becoming a holy grail in the future. So love this lip balm. This is the Flower Bomb Tiger Lily by Viktor & Rolf. I did something I had never done before, which is I actually bought this without smelling it. I have never purchased a fragrance before this one without smelling it first. That is very much unlike me because I'll read the notes, I'll read the description of something and it sounds like something I would personally enjoy, but unfortunately I get to the store and smell it and end up not liking it. I've always gone to the store to smell it. I like fruity tropical with a hint of warmth, but this has been my go-to like everyday fragrance. I don't know if you can see in the bottle, but like it's halfway gone. We're down here. I've been using it nonstop. It's been my go-to spring and summer fragrance. If I'm not wearing this as a daily spray, I'm using this perfume as a daily, just everyday daytime fragrance. It's perfect. I don't know what made me so confident to buy this without smelling it first, but it probably has everything to do with that this is not the only Viktor & Rolf perfume I own. I also own Ruby and Good Fortune, and I like both of those. I do not like the original Flower Bomb though. But I was like, you know what? I think I really like this brand and I trust this brand. So that might have made me like buy this without, you know, smelling it in store first. But I bought it when it first came back out in February-ish, I think it released. And yeah, love it. And as you can tell, like it's halfway gone. And I definitely can see myself buying this again in the future. This was like the $145 amount, so it wasn't the big boy, but if I buy this again in the future, I'm gonna buy probably the $200 big boy, just so I don't run out of it as fast. But yeah, I love this. This has been a great everyday daily fragrance for me. When I don't know what I want to smell like and I'm just going outside for like a chill light day, I'll throw this on. It's between this and the number 40. These are like my perfect go-to everyday, doesn't matter what I'm doing, scents. Next we have Dior Forever Glow Maximizers. I got 2 shades, Rosy and Peachy. I love these. I've been using them nonstop since I got them. Absolutely love them. So we have Peachy, which is more of a highlight type shade for me. These are really glowy. I like my products glowy, especially highlighters. And then we have the shade Rosy. I love both of these. They blend and melt into the skin. They don't emphasize or show too much texture despite the nature of them. They're very highlighty. Rosy for sure is more of a blush color on me, but I have used it like higher on the cheeks. And Peachy is more of a highlight, but I have used it lower on the cheeks, closer to like a blush. I get away with both of them depending on what I'm doing. I definitely mix them with other blushes that I have in my collection, and I add these on top just to give that glowy effect, and I love them. I actually wore them both together mixed. Actually, let me like mix it a little bit here to show you what that looks like. So I kind of like merge them together at the bottom there. But yeah, beaming, beautiful highlighters, nice blush colors. I've been very happy with these. I would say if I had to pick one of the two that's my favorite, it's definitely Peachy. More because I like to wear these more like a highlighter than I do a blush, but I like them for both uses, and I love these products. You have to pry them out of my cold dead hands. Love them, love them, love them, love them. This is Dior Forever Glow Star Filter. I have used this both under makeup and over makeup. I would say I prefer probably over makeup more, just wearing it as a regular highlighter. I can get away with the shade 5. I picked the shade 4 because I like to use it as a highlighter, and I like my highlighter to be a little bit more prominent and stand out. So I went with the shade 4, but if I was to get one closer to my skin tone, it would be the shade 5. I will say if I use this underneath as a base and I use too much, it can give that Tin Man effect where I look like a little too shiny and a little too silvery. But I like this product a lot. It gives like a nice, perfect glowy base for makeup. If you like if your skin is looking dull that day and you need like a glowy pick-me-up, for sure try this product. That's what it looks like. It's really shiny. It's really hydrating. I needed this product this past winter where my dry skin was acting a fool. Nothing I was doing at the moment was like working. I just needed like more of like a glowy primer or base, but I was struggling to find one that I liked, and I actually really like this for a glowy primer. I can see myself getting a lot of use out of this next winter coming up because I have dry skin, and like I said, it gives me just a nice, healthiest looking, glowy, hydrated look. I like using it on top of makeup as a highlighter as well, and I just love this product. And you know what's weird though? Despite me owning both these products, I've actually never tried them together. I feel like that's just too much glow. Like I've usually only used either or. I've never used them both. Maybe one day, but I just feel like it's too much glow at that point. Like might, you know, break time and space or something. This was from the Chanel Les Symbols collection, but this one is a Carnelia imprint, and I absolutely love this highlighter, okay? This, you will have to pry out of my cold dead hands. I actually hate the fact that I like this so much because as you can see, like I only really use this corner because I don't want to mess up the design. I wish I would have swapped designs. Like I wish I would have put the chain design in here for this color because then I could at least admire this forever. I'm gonna keep like digging in this corner over here. It's a nice gold highlighter. The thing is, I just hate using it because I don't like messing up the imprint. Like this imprint is perfect and I wish I could just keep it like perfect, but I'm like trying to, you know, get out of the habit of just like buying makeup just because it's pretty and actually use it because I like it and I like using it. But I love this highlighter. It's a nice perfect gold color on me. I love this. This is the Armani Luminous Silk Bronzing Powder, and I got mine in the shade 110. It is the 3rd shade, and there's one more shade deeper than this. I love this bronzer. I've been stuck on this bronzer. I've been so stuck on this bronzer. This is why the Say has been getting like no no use out of me, because once I pop this one open and I've been using it, I think I'm more just a powder bronzer girly. This gives a nice blurred effect to the skin. I love the way like it bronzes. It's a perfect warm bronzer without turning you orange. It just gives like the perfect hint of warmth. Love this bronzer, I really do. I can't say enough good things about it. I'm glad I picked it up. I originally was planning not to, but I'm glad I picked it up. I saw it in store. I did try this in a video recently, so if you want to see more information about it there, watch that video. It was a get ready with me. But I absolutely love this bronzer. I've been using it nonstop since I got it. 10 out of 10 would recommend. This is a love it for sure. Next up, we have Holy Grails and repurchased products. So these are products like I've repurchased multiples of and continue to repurchase over and over again. Somebody was to ask me what my favorite products of all time are, that's what's in this category. Unfortunately, one of the products I just realized changed. So I'm not entirely sure if I should include it or not. And so far for the past 3 days that I've been using this, I'm not a fan anymore, but it was originally a Holy Grail. This is the MAC eyebrow styler in the shade Spike. This is what I've been using for my eyebrows for the past decade almost. I've been through this product through various changes and price increases, and that's another thing. The price keeps going up. So on top is the new one and on the bottom is original. So the new one has this clear translucent cap where you can actually see which side is which I actually like. I appreciate it. On the old packaging, you couldn't tell up from down. My complaint is this new pencil they put in here, like the formula of it, it's stiffer, it's harder, and it keeps breaking. And I'm not like putting like a bunch of product up. I'm using probably like this much product at a time, which is not a lot. Like I'm not sitting up here rolling up my pencil like aggressively long like this and using it. Like I'm like keeping it very close to the base. Even with that little bit out, it would break. Like it's been breaking constantly on me. And the thing that pisses me off is I notice it's less product in here. The last version of this had 0.09 grams of product. This new version has 0.03 grams of product. So we're now getting half the amount of product in here for a stiffer formula that breaks every 2 seconds. You're gonna run through this even faster. And I feel bad because like when I bought this, I didn't realize they like made these changes. So I have 2 of them. I have 2 of the new ones. Like the newer packaging is slightly more wasteful somehow. I digress. If anybody knows any eyebrow pencils that's worth a gander, please let me know. I'm kind of mad that I bought 2, but I'm so used to like buying like my favorite products in like multiples. Like normally when I run out of something, I buy 2 to 3 of them in one setting, so I don't have to worry about it for like basically the whole year. But yeah, I ran out of this one and now I'm stuck with this new version that I'm not a fan of anymore, and I don't know what changed, but I want them to change it back. MAC, change it back. But this is supposed to be a Holy Grail, but again, I can't necessarily recommend it right now. I've used this 3 times and each time like it keeps breaking off. That sucks, but this is technically a repurchased product. Let's talk about a repurchased product that I love. Okay, this is the Sol de Janeiro number 40 Cheriosa fragrance. I like this and I think it's 68. Those are the only 2 like Sol de Janeiro fragrances I really love. I like anything that's fruity with a hint of warmth. It's black amber, plum, and vanilla woods and musk. I love this. This is my go-to everyday fragrance. I purchased, I don't know how many bottles of these. I purchased the small size, I purchased the big size, I purchased like the little mini travel size. The size I purchase usually depends on like what I'm trying to do with my cart at the time. Sometimes I'll just add this to cart without even thinking about it, just to like reach a certain threshold. If there's like a sale of some sort coming on, like spend $75, get $20 off or something like that, then I will like, you know, add this to cart, because I just don't have to think about it. Like this is my favorite Sol de Janeiro scent, number 40. I love it. It's the scent I use the most on a daily basis. Like if I don't know what I want to smell like and it's a regular day, like I'm just doing errands, running to Target, going to supermarket, I will throw this on without even thinking about it. And I like to throw this on before bed too. This is my favorite. It smells so good. I love this. I can't rave enough about this, but this is definitely a Holy Grail repurchase. This is like my 2nd bottle this year or 3rd bottle this year, but I purchased this quite a few times, so love this product down. Next we have another Holy Grail. This is the Dior Lip Glow Oil. I love this product down. Whenever I run out, I usually buy another one right before it does, and I have it in the shade Poppy Coral, but originally the last one I bought was Rosewood. And as you can see, Rosewood, she almost done. This has been living in my bag nonstop. I love these lip glow oils. I keep repurchasing them. It's one of those products as soon as like I'm about to run out, I would just go to the store without hesitation and not thinking about it and just buy another one. It's my favorite lip glow oil. It adds like the perfect amount of shine. It wears gracefully throughout the day. And it's nourishing. My lips feel very like hydrated after using it. So I love this lip oil. 10 out of 10, I always recommend. This is a love. This is a holy grail. They're very sheer. It kind of doesn't matter what color you pick. They're all sheer. So pick one color. I think the deepest ones have a bit of a tint, but most of them look translucent. I do have like the outer purple case that comes with it that you're supposed to put this in, but I usually don't use it in the house. I only pull it out when it's time to travel because it does have a locking mechanism that like prevents this from pumping sunscreen out. But that's the only time like I actually use the case that it comes in. I have the Fenty Beauty Hydra Visor sunscreen. This is SPF 30. I love the sunscreen. It makes the perfect base for makeup. Whenever I know I'm gonna wear makeup, I always use this sunscreen. It gives my face such a nice radiant glow. And it's like the perfect base right before makeup. Love it down. They have a fragrance version and a fragrance-free version. I've tried both. I like both. I didn't see like a real difference between the two. It doesn't matter which one I get. This is one of those products I buy multiples of when I'm about to run out or I'm on my last bottle. I'll literally just place an order and purchase 2 to 3 more, and I'm usually stocked for like the whole year. I love this sunscreen. Can't get enough of it. I only use it really on my face, sometimes my hands, but for the most part I only use it on my face. I have regular sunscreen for the rest of my body, but yeah, I love this. It just gives you a nice like hydrated glossy glass skin type look. No notes, can't complain about it. And like I said, I do like the little case that it comes in because it has a locking mechanism, so if you're traveling with it, you don't really have to necessarily worry about this like, you know, spilling out in your bag. So but when I'm like at home like I am now, I just kind of store it like this outside of the little case, and it works just fine. Love the sunscreen down. 10 out of 10 recommend. And it goes on clear. If you're worried about a cast, there is no cast with this, okay? It goes on clear. Holy grail that I will always repurchase. This is the Pat McGrath blurring under eye powder. I have it in the shade yellow. Before this I had 2 mediums, and now I tried the shade yellow. I will say yellow is definitely more brightening. Medium was more closer to my skin tone, but if you want a brighter under eye, go with the shade yellow. It's a very nice thin silky texture. It's light. I do use this all over the face sometimes, like when I have a light makeup day and I want to just like, and it blurs the whole face. Like it literally doesn't just blur your under eye, it blurs and smooths the whole face. So you can technically use this all over the face. It is meant to be an under eye powder, but I have used it under the eyes and all over the face, and it works out lovely. It's just a nice powder. It's one of the best powders I have come across in my life, and I will constantly always repurchase this over and over again. I just got it in a different shade. I've been using the shade medium before this, but I've decided to try the shade yellow, and I like yellow. It's just a little bit more brightening. I probably will buy another medium at some point, just because like I don't always want a super bright under eye look when I do my makeup, but I do love this powder. I do recommend it. Perfect, chef kiss. I have no complaints. If Pat McGrath was to ever discontinue this, I would be heartbroken. Okay, that was a lot. I'm kind of like tired. I've been sitting here for hours. It feels like talking. That's the list of all the things I bought in 2024 so far. We're at the half year mark. I figured this was a good time to do this type of video and go over all the things that I purchased and what I've been enjoying, what I've been hating, and this was a great time to revisit products I may not have the ability to, you know, do a dedicated video for yet. If there's anything that I showcase in this video that you do want to see a video on, like live, you know, face application, let me know. I have no problem, you know, featuring something in a video that was featured here. But I appreciate you hanging out. Thanks for joining me today. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell me what products you purchased in 2024. What's the best product you purchased in 2024? What's your favorite? What's the worst product you purchased in 2024? I would like to hear all that down below. Again, keep it cute, keep it respectful in the comments. Appreciate you hanging out. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Kind of look topless, but that's because I don't have any titties. Like normally like cleavage would be showing here, but I have on a tank top. I'm not topless, but I do look topless, but my hair is like covering it. Maybe if I like put some of my hair back, it will look better.